At this moment in the game, it is time to break the shackles of lies and ignorance. It is time to realize taxation is not for your benefit in any manner, nor appropriate for the development of your culture and civilization. This money that is called taxation is money that is being stolen. It is a theft of your rights and your labor, and has been taken unlawfully. When the sovereigns are strong enough and connected enough, you will begin to see the game change. The society you are part of has been lost. It is owned and it is enslaved by the old world order. They have bribed those among you to betray your friends, your families, and your neighbors in an awful and deadly plot that has killed hundreds of millions of your loved ones. The nature of this plot comes from the depths of the outrageous lies that you still believe. They have taught you to be stupid, to lose your way, and to be ignorant. They have taught you to lie, to cheat, to steal, and to be guilty. You are part of a plot to ruin your heart and soul. This has been done, and now they hope to leave you to decay into apathy, where your sadness is increased upon the mountains of death that suffocate your every hope and aspiration. You have no government. It is owned by the corporate minions, who are the agents of the Black Alliance. Your country, your land, your future is owned, and you are living in a hopeless tunnel heading directly into oblivion, unless you begin to wake up and become a sovereign. In the game, the Black Alliance's management system keeps all of its property, including you, dependent and as internal collateral against its debt system. Everything you need for your personal and your family's happiness and survival has been borrowed against. The Black Alliance uses their centralized banking system to set you up and steal your assets and your life. In this game, you were born into a nightmare and have not even noticed you are still screaming. The sound of everyone else drowns out your own poverty and pain, a constant roar of ceaseless agony. It has not been revealed to you that the nations of the world have been conquered, but you are a lost people. You have lost all that you are. Warriors lost their souls in the blood of conquest, and there is evil upon their hands. It has stained your country to the core. The Black Alliance used you to commit the sin of murder upon your neighbors for profit and control. The apparent victory you have is empty. You have been defeated again and again and again by an invisible enemy. The ones who are conquered by your military power and financial might resist and fight back for their freedom from this domination and occupation. Their peaceful lands are now destroyed, decimated under foreign domination. A willing totalitarian and stooge of the Black Alliance, you are now contaminated by the evil that they are. Yet you have failed to corrupt the conquered, for they have faith that your demise will be self-inflicted over time. Yet they do not even see that they are victims of the same system. They were caught in the same game, and the abuser and the victim are the same. The Black Alliance has infected you with the designed sickness of materialism, greed, power, and in your own tortured soul, you have nowhere to go but into fear of rebellion and revenge against your temporal domination. So the fear grows into protectionism against the returning terrorism that has been created on your behalf. The Black Alliance has instituted mind control through state education, media, and religion. It is here the evil magicians convince the captors that they are sinful, stupid, and obedient to an all-powerful God. God is strong, wise, and benevolent, yet vengeful and capricious. The God of the conquered is evil, immoral, and of the devil. The concept is a paradox and convoluted to render the reasoning function of the mind useless in this compartmentalized belief. The conquering hypocrites in the ultimate act of hubris speak of the good of the people and the protection of their freedoms, of religion, of life, of liberty, and of a heaven that is not of this earth. By being under the holy command of God, they see themselves as Savior when death and mayhem are brought to the land, and the Black Alliance profits in every action by its mercenaries. The captives begin to see hypocrisy through the mask of spiritual intent and become disillusioned and demand truth. Yet those who are this out of context with reality can't even perceive their errors. By default, each sovereign who resigns the ability to choose freely and think freely is commanded by the Black Alliance to do its bidding. Financial dominance is a method of total conquest. Most citizens have not begun to understand the power and the scope of economic conquest in this reality. In this game, the conquered are slaves to a system designed to demand tribute, as stated in the form of taxes, interest, and inflation. The tribute is collected through provisional governments who have formed legal systems which legislate and enact laws which demand payment of taxes and allow for the creation of debt against your labor. You have become a slave without knowing it, without the use of visible force or coercion, so that you are now a victim and you do not realize that you have been conquered. You believe you are paying for your own good, for the good of others, or to protect you from some enemy. Your captors have become your benefactors and protectors. Total control took time as a conspiracy against the entire world demanded double agents working in corporations and government. The control is surreptitious. Most do not even suspect they are imprisoned and unable to live in sovereignty. There is no army that stops them from leaving or questions them on their actions. It is such an ingenious way to control a civilization. Although the slowest tyranny to impose, it is the most enduring. The captives don't see prison walls, fences, or military force arrayed against them. The religions validate the control of the masters. Education continues to speak lies mixed with truth, biased in total prejudice to free-thinking people. The media keeps the minds dull and excited, focusing on wasteful desires, useless materialism, and simplistic entertainment. Advertising companies create symbols of selfish freedoms of acquisition of more and more things, extravagant travel, and drugs. Only a minority participate in elections due to the apathy and the unconscious recognition of the loss of rights and freedom in a total dictatorship. Without realizing it, they are conquered. All institutions, corporations, and government systems are instruments used to transfer wealth to their captors and to make the conquest complete. The game has been going on for generations. The control is absolute, where sovereigns are tied down by debt, taxes, and inflation. The effort has been accomplished through the media, through education, and through every form of peer pressure. The conspiracy is now the legitimate elected government. It has taken away the powers of those who would do good and preserve the values of the nations of the world. The Black Alliance wants war. War is profitable. It is their way. It is evil and vile. It is that which they do in order to make certain that all is in chaos and there is stress, tension, death, and destruction. With that, there is anger and hatred that comes about from the killing of innocents. With this fear and vengeance to overcome and escape the dread of attack. So they teach you to attack first, and to attack in the name of defense. And so it goes on and on until you are killing each other in a bloodbath that has been the root of this planet for eons.